Hello, this is a tree, that is a man, and he is climbing on a double rope climbing system. Here's how to get him down when he's eventually knocked out. So without further ado, let's get him down. So guys, it's important to realise that all the methods in today's video are just ideas that you can adapt into your own safety measures when you go climbing with your mates, and that this video is geared more towards the beginner tree climber. There are two knots you're going to need to know for today's rescue. The first one is the munter hitch, and the second one is the alpine butterfly. Tutorials on how to tie both of these can be found up there or in the video description down below. When we're up in the trees, the key to rescuing a climber is the ability to introduce slack to the rope that is under load from the climber. Doing this allows us to lower the climber down the tree, like so. In order to understand the problems with a DRT or a moving rope rescue, we first need to look at an SRT rescue. In the SRT rescue, a common method to rescue a climber is to use a base anchor that can be lowered. As seen in red, the ropes that are under tension can be anchored at the base of the tree, allowing someone on the ground access to them. This can then be tied into a belay device of your choice and then locked off. Now, when it comes time to lower, simply unlock the device, which in this case is a munter hitch, add slack to the system and lower the casualty down the tree. The problem with a DRT rescue or a moving rope rescue is the fact that we can't introduce slack to the ropes under load, as they are always above the climber. Unlike the SRT rescue, there are now no ropes under load accessible at the base of the tree, as the two lines in red are supporting the load above the climber. So in other words, you're absolutely fucked. Anyway, these two methods solve these issues by taking the weight off the friction hitch and putting it onto the standing end of the rope, allowing us to lower him all the way down the tree. So, let's do it!
There was a demon at the entrance, making X's on a checklist who would kick you in the ass when you begged them for repentance. Those tempted by the senses with the cruelest of intentions. Charlie's heart sank, he was breathless.
So, like any rope rescue, the first thing you need to do is make sure that your casualty is okay. Fred!
Yeah.
Shush. Excellent. Once we've established this, we need to put a carabiner on a structural point of Fred's harness below his friction hitch, and in this case, his tie-in loop is a good place to start. After we put the carabiner onto Fred, we then need to tie a munter hitch onto that carabiner, as this is the knot that is going to be loaded when we take the load off the Blake's hitch that is above him. After we've tied this munter hitch onto him, we can then reach up above him and unload the Blake's hitch and put all of the weight onto the braking rope of the munter hitch. Even though we've unloaded all of Fred's weight from the Blake's hitch onto the munter hitch, we're still going to have a problem. And that's because if I lower him down far enough, that Blake's hitch is going to ride back up on the rope, biting, and is going to stop his descent because there's now no longer load on the munter hitch. So how are we going to solve this? Well, we're going to use a quick draw. So while still holding the braking rope on the munter hitch, we're going to take our quick draw and put one end above the Blake's hitch and the other end attaching onto his main tie-in carabiner. This way the weight of Fred is going to pull the hitch down or tend it downwards, allowing us to lower him the whole way down the tree, like so. Yes, well, congratulations Ollie, well done, saved the day. But what if I can't be asked to climb up this tree to rescue my unconscious, lifeless friend? Well, now this rescue is a little less practical and does get in the way quite a bit of the climber. However, the advantage with this is that you can do all of it from the ground, and you can let go of all the ropes and the system will simply lock up, preventing the climber from falling any further. The first step to the ground rescue is to take either a separate rope or take a large length of the standing end of the rope below the friction hitch and tie an alpine butterfly into the middle of it. Place a carabiner onto the alpine butterfly we just tied, and then take the carabiner and attach the end above the Blake's hitch on the climbing line. And from there, send the climber up the tree. Once your climber needs rescuing, take a large carabiner and attach it to your belay loop. And then, like before, tie a munter hitch into that carabiner, as this is going to be the knot that takes the weight off the Blake's hitch. From here, perform an alternating motion between both hands, transferring the load back and forth between the munter hitch and the Blake's hitch, like so. A distinct advantage of this method is that if I let go of all of the ropes, the system will simply lock up, preventing Fred from falling any further. So luckily, this can't happen. So guys, here we are at the end of the video. We're now sat opposite the wood, having a brew in the field after quite a long day of filming. How's your head from the first shot?
It's got a bit of an egg on it, honestly. It's feeling much better than it was before, but yeah.
It's a good job I made you wear a helmet for that.
Yeah, remember the one thing I said? Don't hit me in the head, but what can we do? It worked.
Anyway, there we go. But essentially, me and Freddie have been tree climbing for the past 6 months or so now, and we've been having a lot of fun doing it. And as you can see from these clips, we've spent most of that time just figuring out how you do things, learning different techniques like SRT or DRT, things like that, and having a lot of fun with it. The purpose of this channel in general is to share some of our experiences that we've come up with and the fun that we've been having, because a lot of what we've learned, or mainly all that we've learned, has been from other climbing YouTubers, and it's been a real help. What else are we going to be doing on this?
We're going to be doing lots of our own thing. By that I mean showing you how not to do things, methods that we think are really good, try them and just fail miserably, and also things that we come up with that are actually quite good. So yeah, look forward to that.
Sounds good. We're gonna shut the camera off and have a brew, but I hope to see you guys in the next video. Ciao.
Thanks for watching.